Imagine buying your dream home, only to discover it has hidden financial burdens. In this explainer, I'll reveal how you can avoid this total nightmare by checking property lines online in Kenton County, all within a few clicks. You see, you might save up, sign the papers, and get the keys in hand, only to get a notice in the mail months later saying your beautiful new property is carrying a massive, unresolved debt from the previous owner. And the worst part? It's now your problem. But don't worry, today we're going to make sure that never happens to you. Because in the world of real estate, what you don't know absolutely can hurt you. When you're dealing with property in Kenton County, you really have to step up and act like a real estate detective. You've got to solve this high-stakes problem before a single dollar changes hands. And the good news is, we are going to empower you to uncover the past of literally any piece of property, right from your own computer. Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1, the hidden lien nightmare, 2, Kenton County's digital tool belt, 3, your step-by-step search guide, 4, common pitfalls and scenarios, and 5, advanced tools and our final verdict. Let's jump right into section 1, the hidden lien nightmare. So what actually is a property lien? At its core, it's a recorded legal claim against real estate that's used to secure an outstanding debt. The crucial thing you need to understand here, the really scary part, is that a lien attaches to the property itself, not just the person who racked up the debt. If a previous owner didn't pay their bills and a lien was legally recorded by the county clerk, that claim sticks like glue to the physical real estate. If you buy that property without discovering the lien and demanding the seller clear it up first, well, congratulations, you just inherited their debt. The lien holder can step in, dictate ownership priority, and potentially even force a sale of your new home. And there is just a terrifying variety of claims that could be lurking behind a seemingly perfect property title. We're talking mechanics and materialmen's liens from unpaid contractors. We've got civil judgment liens if the previous owner was sued. There's unpaid homeowner association fees, state and federal tax liens, and lis pendens, which is basically a formal notice of pending litigation. Heck, there are even property bonds where the real estate was pledged as bail money. Any single one of these can completely derail your real estate transaction. Moving on to Section 2, Kenton County's digital tool belts. All right, so there are 3 main online databases you're going to be using. First up is KCOR, or Kenton County Online Records. It's totally free, and it's great for basic owner info and property tax inquiries. But heads up on this one. Starting January 1, 2026, KCOR is completely removing property tax bills and payment statuses from their public site, so keep that in mind. Second is the PVA portal, which is excellent for parcel mapping and structural histories. And finally, the heavy hitter, the Kenton Record Search, powered by CCS. This is where you find the actual certified land records. It costs $20 for a daily pass or up to $900 for a year, plus a 5% fee, but honestly, it is absolutely essential for doing a true, thorough lien search. Now, here is a super crucial and, honestly, slightly maddening quirk that's totally unique to Kenton County. The county has historically operated with a split administrative model, a northern courthouse in Covington and a southern one in Independence. Because of this split, the digital indexing dates are actually different. For the Covington branch, digital records for things like tax or judgment liens go all the way back to January 1987. But for the Independence branch, digital records for all documents only start in May of 1991. Knowing these exact dates is a game changer because it prevents massive blind spots in your research. Let's get into Section 3, your step-by-step search guide. Before we even think about searching, we need our master key. We need the PIDN, which stands for Parcel Identification Number. This is a unique standardized identifier assigned by the PVA to every single piece of land in the county. In Kenton County, this number is legally required to be stamped on every recorded real estate document. Owner names can change, they can get misspelled or abbreviated, but the PIDN, it's the permanent fingerprint of that physical land. You absolutely cannot skip retrieving this number. So here is how we build this into a foolproof rule of 3 search methodology. Step 1, go to kentonrecord.org or the PVA portal. Search the property address and retrieve that PIDN along with the exact current owner's name. Step 2, log into your paid Kenton Record Search account and run a grantor/grantee name search for all the owners in the chain of title. This is going to uncover voluntary liens like mortgages and involuntary ones like judgments. And Step 3, run a direct PIDN query in that exact same database. Why do this twice? Because this fallback check catches recorded documents where a clerk or an attorney might have accidentally misspelled the owner's name but correctly entered the parcel ID. It's a lifesaver. Just a quick practical tip for you while we're here. As you search that Kenton Record Search portal, you're only going to see watermarked previews of the documents.
If you actually spot a lien and need to read the fine print, like, say, the principal amount owed or the parties involved, you're going to need an official copy. You can use a third-party gateway called Get Certificate Now to order an unwatermarked certified copy. It's just $5 plus 50 cents a page if it goes over 5 pages, and they'll mail the physical document right to your door. Moving right along to Section 4, Common Pitfalls and Scenarios.
Delinquent property taxes are a huge pitfall that catch so many people off guard. Why? Because administrative custody of the tax bill actually shifts between completely different county offices based on a very strict timeline. Current year property tax bills are collected by the sheriff's office up until April 15th, but the very next day, April 16th, any uncollected bills are officially deemed delinquent, and the sheriff transfers them entirely over to the county clerk. By mid-July, the clerk literally sells these outstanding certificates of delinquency at auction to third-party purchasers. So if you're looking at the sheriff's database in August for a delinquent bill, you are looking in the completely wrong place. And here is the absolutely crucial number you have to remember: 12%. That is the massive amount of annual interest a delinquent tax certificate starts accruing the exact second it becomes a certificate of delinquency under the county clerk. 12% simple interest per year. A small, seemingly harmless missed tax bill can rapidly balloon into a massive lien against the property, and as the new buyer, you would have to pay it all off just to clear your title. Another major trap beginners fall into is mixing up real estate and personal property. Real estate liens are filed against the physical property, PIDN, with the county clerk's land records. But vehicle or mobile home liens? They exist across a sharp administrative divide. They are filed in the auto department using a completely different framework, specifically a title lien statement, which is Form TC 96-187. So if you're buying a parcel of land that happens to include a mobile home, you literally have to run 2 entirely separate lien searches in 2 different county departments to be safe. All right, let's wrap things up with Section 5, Advanced Tools and Final Verdict. If you're a real estate detective acting across multiple county lines, relying just on the Kenton record search might slow you down, since obviously it's limited to Kenton County. That's where an amazing alternative comes in: the ECLIX Central Land Record System. ECLIX is a regional database used by over 50 Kentucky county clerks. Now, there is a $45 setup fee for your first county, but the daily access actually drops to $15. If your real estate journey is taking you all over the state, ECLIX is a massive upgrade to your digital tool belt. Finally, you absolutely must beware of what I call the circuit court blind spot. Remember, things like active lawsuits, bitter divorces, or messy probate disputes can severely impact property ownership, but they do not hit the county clerk's real estate index immediately. A judgment has to be formally finalized by a judge and then physically walked over and recorded as a lien. During that gap, the land records might look totally clear, but a huge legal storm is brewing right out of sight. Doing a quick backup check on CourtNet 2.0, which is Kentucky's statewide court search tool, can reveal active civil litigation or estate disputes long before they officially become recorded liens. So let's recap our core methodology rapidly. Step 1, lock down your property's PIDN. Step 2, cross-reference both the owner's names and that PIDN in the paid Kenton record search. Step 3, always mind those historical 1987 and 1991 indexing dates between the Covington and Independence branches. And Step 4, always peek at CourtNet to check for active litigation. If you follow this workflow, your investigative confidence is going to be through the roof. Of course, as we wrap up, we do have to clearly state that Courthouse Computer Systems and Kenton County make no warranty regarding the absolute accuracy or completeness of these public records. This explainer is for informational purposes only, and it absolutely does not replace professional legal advice. Always consult a legal professional or a qualified title abstractor to finalize your comprehensive due diligence. So, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Are you ready to run a search and uncover your property's past before betting your financial future on it? The tools we just talked about are right there at your fingertips, just waiting for you to use them. Take control of your real estate journey, do the research, and make sure that dream home doesn't turn into a financial nightmare. Let us know in the comments below if you've ever uncovered a surprise lien during a search and what your experience was like. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer, and we'll see you next time.